Hey everyone, so this video is going to be about your Consumer of Psychological Science assignment. I'm going to go over where you can find this information in Canvas, what the article is and what the rubric is, the questions that you're going to be answering, and I'm going to kind of go through it, each of the questions, and basically show you where you can find the answers. So this is going to be a fairly easy assignment as long as you're paying attention. And then, as I said in the lecture videos, I will be posting some like office hours where I'm just going to be in my Zoom and you'll be able to join me and ask any questions or just introduce yourself this week. I know this is the first big assignment that's going to be due. And this is probably the first time you're reading a scientific journal article. So I want to make sure you have plenty of time to get it done. And you understand sort of what I'm asking you to do. And with that, I changed the due date. It was going to be due this Friday. I changed it to Monday, the 19th. So you'll have the weekend to work on it and also attend the couple of office hours I'm going to host this weekend in case you have questions. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And I'm going to show you on Canvas where you can find everything. So here we are. Let me actually put this in. I know I can't put it in Studio View. Once I have everything published, you are going to find the information for this assignment under the tab, the module that says Consumer of Psychological Science assignment. You're going to have this video that you're watching right now. You're going to have the assignment document, which is the document that has the questions on it. The article you're going to be reading to answer the questions. The Dropbox where you're going to post your document, and then there's a APA citations help guide through Purdue OWL that you can click on, and it'll help you with one of the questions that's on there. So you need to go in and download both of these documents. So I already have them downloaded, but you're just going to click this link right here, download it to your device. You're also going to do that with the article. Scroll right here. You're going to, it's the Sleep 101 article. You're going to download it to your computer and use your previewer to read it. And you're going to do that because, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute. You want to make sure you're viewing it like on your device in your previewer and not on Canvas, because you want to be able to highlight it. So I'm going to open these two documents. And I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, and I'm going to make these take up all the space. Okay, yeah, and you want to use the previewer because you want to be able to highlight text in here. Let me move this. If I can get that to highlight. Highlight green. Yeah, I want to be able to highlight things. It's not letting me highlight for some reason. Let me take it out of here. There we go. Okay, it didn't like it when it was in split view, so I'm not going to do that. But you want it on a viewer so you can highlight specific information. Oh no. There we go. Let me pull the Word document back up. We're just not going to have it in split view. Okay. So here is the document with the questions. You are going to just use this to type in. Up here, it just has the, ignore this. This is going to have our due date on it, which is going to be the 19th. This is the APA citation for this article that you're going to be reading. This is just a blurb about the assignment. You can read that on your own. Really, really important. This assignment needs to be in your own words. You cannot copy from the article. If you directly copy from the article, I'm gonna give it back to you and you're gonna do it again. I want you to write this in your own words, and I do not want you to plagiarize, right? As a reminder, I use Turnitin to check the similarity report, right? To see if you've copied information from the article or anywhere else. So please write it in your own words. It's not that much writing. You're not going to write this like a full paper. You're answering questions. So for the first question, what is the research topic of this article? I would suggest reading the abstract right here. And you can get the research topic, what it's about from the abstract. And you're just going to write that right here. It could be a sentence or two. The next one is write a short summary of the previous research that is discussed in the introduction section of this article. So remember, the introduction section is the first part. It's labeled generally. Sorry, the dog is drinking water. He'll stop in a minute. Remember, the introduction section is labeled, right? So introduction right here. We're gonna highlight it in blue. So you're gonna tell me what the not all of it, right? You're summarizing what previous research these authors have pulled. And you're gonna find all of that right here. If my thing will highlight, yep. Right here. There's a couple pages of just introduction material. I don't know why this highlighted. There we go. So all of that, right, which is almost 2.5 pages, is introduction material. This is, and the previous research is research that has been done before this study, right? It's not this study. I don't want you to tell me what they're doing here. I want you to tell me what previous research has done. What did they cite in their introduction? You are going to summarize it here, and you're going to give me 100 to 150 words. This question does have a word count. I will take off if you do not meet word count. So make sure you're paying attention to that. You're using your own words. You're not talking about this study. You're not talking about Sleep 101 study. You're talking about the previous research that they talked about in the introduction. So all those spaces I have highlighted is what you're going to pull that question from. What is the purpose of the article? And you want to list the hypotheses. This is 50 to 100 words, and you can find that information in the last paragraph of the introduction. You want to look for keywords like we hypothesize, or it is predicted that, right here, we hypothesized, right? Those are some of the keywords you're looking for to find the hypotheses for the study. You're not copying, right? You are putting it in your own words. Tell me what the purpose is. Tell me what the hypothesis or hypotheses are. Number 4, briefly summarize what the researchers did. What was their method? Tell us about the participants, the measures, and the procedures that they used during their research. This is 100 to 150 words. This question's worth 7 points. So make sure you're answering all of those little questions that are in here, right? What was their method? Who were the participants? What measures did they use, and what procedure did they use? And you can find that all in this section right here, the method section. So right here, and it's again labeled, right? Participants. There's a paragraph about who was in the study. Summarize this part right here. There is a measures section that talks about all of the different measures that they used, and they used quite a few, right? They used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different measures So give me a general summary of the different types of measures that they used. What were they testing, right? What did those measures test? What procedure did they use? So procedure just means what did they do? What did they actually do in the study? And that again is labeled. Follow the labels in the paper and you'll be able to find the answers, right? It kind of goes in order with the questions and the sections of the paper. Let's see. Briefly summarize the findings of the article in your own words. What did they talk about in their discussion section? Did the authors find what was anticipated? If not, what were the differences? What did they list as limitations and future discussions? So we are skipping a section of this paper. We're skipping the analyses and results because there's a lot of complex tests that they do. And without taking a statistics course, it's going to be really hard to read. And really anything that's in the results section, they're going to be talking about in the discussion section. So we're skipping results and we're going straight to this part right here. It says it, discussion. I like this in yellow. And again, this question, which is number 5, is 150 to 200 words, and this question's worth 10 points. So again, I want you to really focus on those little questions. What did they talk about in their discussion section? Did the authors find what they anticipated? Which you would go back to the introduction and look at their hypotheses and see, okay, did their results match what they hypothesized, or is it something different? And if it is different, tell me what's different. And then generally at the end of a discussion section, they will talk about limitations. And in this paper, it's labeled, right? Sometimes they're not labeled. This one is labeled. So you can just go to the section that's labeled limitations. You'll be able to find that, find the answers for that question or for that part of the question. For number 6, provide a general critique of the article. Was everything explained thoroughly? What was the article organized and easy to understand? Assuming you wanted to replicate the study, what would you choose to change about the study? So this part, you are not pulling in any information from the article. This is all your critique from your opinion. It is 100 to 150 words. And it's worth 7 points. So you're not pulling this from the article. This is your own opinion. If you're like, I hate this article and I didn't understand it, and this is how it was unorganized, tell me that. That's fine. But I want you to use your own words. Number 7, how will you apply what you've learned from this research article to your own life? So remember, this study is called Sleep 101. So hint, it's probably about sleep. And there's a few things that you can pull to apply to your own life. What is this number 8, what has this assignment taught you about reading, understanding, and summarizing scientific literature? This is 100 words, again, from your own experience. It's worth 5 points. What did you learn? Number 9, how would this article be listed in an APA reference page? We are asking for a full reference citation. Make sure you are checking the formatting of all elements. So if you're paying attention, you know I already gave you the answer to this question. It is up here. You can copy this and put it down there. I just want to see that you're paying attention. I already gave you the full citation. Copy and paste it. And then for number 10, you're going to use that resource that I pointed out in Canvas. You're going to tell me what are the 2 ways to cite this article. You're going to provide an in-text and a parenthetical citation. So let me go back here and we're going to go to that website that I have listed, just so I can show you what it looks like and you can figure out where to find that information, right? We need an in-text and a parenthetical citation. So I want to pop this out because I don't like it in that little window. So this is the APA style guide from Purdue. And there's a list of things. It's already linked to the in-text citation, the basics, and over here, you're going to see some examples. So it's going to tell you how to do an APA citation, how you capitalize and quote things, how to do short quotations, right? If you're doing a quote directly from somewhere, how to do long citations. So look through this. It already is linking you to the exact tab you need, and give me an example of how to do an in-text and a parenthetical citation. And this question is worth 2 points. So do your best. That one might be a little hard. And if I see that a lot of people are struggling with that, I might take it out. But I want to see that you tried. Okay, so again, I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen. You're gonna have this video that you can go back to and look through or watch again as you're going through your assignment. I'm going to host a couple office hours this week and this weekend, so you can come and ask me questions directly if you're struggling with something. Please use the Purdue OWL website that can tell you how to do the in-text and parenthetical citation. Remember, there's already a question I gave you the answer to, so if you get that one wrong, I'm gonna be a little upset. Go through and remember the labels, right? Almost everything in this article is labeled for where you can find answers. So just go through, take your time. You have a full week, right? Monday to Monday, you have a full week to turn this in. And again, if you have any questions, please email me.